To better help you understand paper formats to help you become better writers, I'm going to walk through your papers part by part to help you focus on each element. So this first part is going to address the MLA format for a formal paper, and then the introduction. And I have an example here of what would be considered a quote-unquote perfect paper so that you can see what elements need to be there in order for the paper to be considered near perfect. And we're going to begin with this idea of MLA format. So to begin MLA format, you need to put your name, first and last name. Then you put English 1 Honors because that is the title of the course, followed by my name, and then the date the paper is due. This only goes in the upper left-hand corner. It doesn't go anywhere else. It doesn't go in the header. It stays on the upper left-hand corner. It doesn't get copied. Then in the upper right-hand corner, in the header, you put your last name and the page number. And to do this, you go to Insert, Page Number, and then select the page number option for the upper right-hand corner. And this will make sure that Google or Microsoft, whichever you're using, numbers the pages for you so that the page numbers are different on each page. And then you simply type your last name. You'll then include a title for the paper that connects to the paper topic that you're writing about. And that's basic MLA format. Then, to get into the introduction, you need to make sure that you have a hook which draws in the reader. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. It just needs to grab their attention and be clear. Then you would go into the background information, explain a little bit about the paper topic, make the connections to why you're writing about the topic that you're writing about. In this case, it's the Freudian theory that exists in Lord of the Flies. And then you conclude with a thesis statement. The thesis always goes here at the end of the paper or at the end of the introduction so that going into the paper, the reader knows what the paper is about. So in this case, we've clearly identified the author as William Golding, then the title of the novel, Lord of the Flies, and how the different characters show 3 coexisting forces within the human mind, the id, ego, and superego. This hook is very clear. Then the author talks about these are part of the Freudian theory, a theory created by Sigmund Freud to explain the competing forces within the human mind, and that each main character of the story shows one of these forces through their thoughts and actions. This makes perfect sense. It's very clear. It's a very brief summary of the theory and why it's there. And then this person concludes with a clear thesis by clearly stating the novel Lord of the Flies by William Golding supports the Freudian theory because Jack is the id, Piggy is the superego, and Ralph is the ego. I know the characters they're talking about, why they're talking about them. This makes it a clear claim, and the order that the paper will be in. All of these elements combined make a very clear, well-rounded introduction.